All right, guys, fully coming to you with another commentary. Unfortunately, I really thought that the work was getting through, but it turns out there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And the reason is one of the women who was you know, complaining about basically her status without having like her not having a relationship, her not being in a relationship. Unfortunately, she got the desired results, and the real thing should have been starving her. But apparently, unfortunately, there's always going to be that group of men who give her validation. And this is what happens when you do give them validation instead of starving them. This is what happens. But again, I think the main thing is dudes have to look past a girl's physical looks. You know, Alhamdulillah, I learned how to do that. I learned how to look past a girl's physical looks. Now, don't get me wrong, a girl who is pretty is going to turn my head. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that they won't, but I'll snap out of it and be like, okay, well, she's pretty, but what else is there to her? You know what I mean? So I think more guys need to do that and need to take heed into doing that. Therefore, if they do take heed into doing that, this we won't give these women a platform, and it is a matter of fact, like, because when it comes down to it, uh, I look at it as you know I know this is a crazy comparison, but there was this one game called Tekken, and in Tekken, there was the main character. His name was Kazuya, and Kazuya went through a lot of crap. Like, he went through a lot of crap, but at the end of the game, he came out on top. And he said they counted me out, but now I'm holding all the cards. He said that. So that's how it has to be for us guys. You know, Unfortunately, the way it's set up, the world is counting us out, kind of like the traditional, like, male who, like, believes in old school rules and old school value. They're counting us out. But if we take the proper steps, basically, then we can hold the cards again. And what I mean by hold the cards, I mean we can hold all the cards, not just when it comes to, like, relationships, but just all the cards in general when it comes to, like, just how you do things, just how, like, you carry yourself, just like morals and principles and things like that. Because at this point, because of this, like, Western uh, neo-pax Romania, uh, things are all out of whack. But let's see what happens when people actually give these women attention and validate them. Let's see what happens.
I had made a video saying that I was single for 4 years, right? And like a bunch of men, you guys can already imagine, a bunch of comments from men saying, well, the reason why you're single is because of this. The reason why people don't want to go out with this is because of this.
Well, that's what she wanted. She wanted that attention. She wanted to eat. Listen, women thrive off of attention, even if it's bad attention. Women like that crap, no matter what. They thrive off of it. They love it. They'll take it wherever they can get it. Okay, that's just the bottom line. Women love that crap. Unfortunately, thirsty men, they fed into it, and they bought her. They basically bought her her little sob story that she told a while back. I want you to also notice something. If you look closely, she says she looked good and stuff like that. The crazy thing is, what I see here is she has a little bit of a beer belly hiding in that skirt. You know what I mean? The reason why I mentioned a beer belly is because of the simple fact that she wants a guy who has the six the three sixes, as we will soon see. And the thing is, I'm not trying to be boastful or arrogant, but I got an 8 pack. You know what I mean? So what would I look like being with a woman who has a beer belly? You know what I mean? But let's continue on.
Every fucking reason, right? And I'm like, dude, first of all, who the said that men are not trying to date me? Who the said that men have not asked me out? That men have not asked me to live with them and that they will pay for everything within these 4 years that I've been single? That has happened. But does that mean that I'm gonna give them a...
So, in essence, in those 4 years that she's been single, I don't know how women don't sometimes, the Prophet Muhammad, alayhi salatu salam, he says some things about women that maybe women don't like, but they're very true. They're very true because unknowingly she's telling on herself. Okay? Listen, in those 4 years, here's what she was doing. She just basically told on herself. In those 4 years, she was using guys for money. She was using guys for free meals. She was using guys for clothes. She was using guys for gifts. She was using guys for shopping. She was using guys to get her bills paid. But also at the same time, she was getting her back blown out by either giving pity sex to the guys who were giving her the money, giving her the gifts and things like that, or she was giving she was giving like pity sex. She was getting her back blown out by guys like what's it like? I'm trying to think. Guys like Hilario and guys like Jesus and guys like Roja and stuff like that, right? She doesn't even realize she's telling on herself, but she is.
A chance to do it? No.
So
then there's huge red flags, and I am not willing to accept that.
So the red flags that she's talking about is, in essence, they didn't make enough money. She wasn't attracted to them. They weren't tall enough. They weren't built enough. They didn't have a certain tax bracket. And yeah, those are the red flags that she's talking about, basically. Now, granted, these were probably some decent guys. Granted, these were some guys who probably wanted to start a family, start a good relationship, have a meaningful, build something that was real. I'm pretty sure those guys fell into that category, but it was something that she didn't want, basically. That's the whole thing. That's what it came down to at the end of the day.
It's just not who I am. I am not trying to do that. And men also were saying, oh, well, what do you bring to the table? Fucking table, bro. That's what...
So I think what she said is she is the table. Now, granted, on the last video, she said she cooks and cleans. But at the end of the day, if you're a single guy and you have your own place, then you cook and clean too. Like that's just something you have to do. Like you cook and clean, or you hire someone to cook or clean for you. You know, that's just how that works. You don't. So with that being said, it's like, okay, well, what do you really offer? You know, when a woman says she is the table, or when she says she is that, it often means she's so self-absorbed that you'll end up basically you'll end up putting so much food on that table, and you're not going to get any dessert in return for putting food on the table. That's what that usually means.
What I bring?
If a woman tells you that she is the table, or she brings the, don't even waste your time. Just move as far away as possible. She brings
And oh my god, guys, what if my soulmate is?
nothing to offer.
And oh my god, guys, what if my soulmate is on here?
So she's trying to hit it rich. You know, she says, what if my soulmate is on here? What she means though is, what if my ATM machine is on here? What if my Mac machine is on here? What if the sucker is on here that I need to like stop being an adult? Because that's what it really comes down to. It comes down to the fact that she's not really looking for a relationship. She's looking for help. You know, she already said she has her own place. She said that, she pays her own bills and stuff like that. And I guess at the end of the day, she said she's tired of being an adult. I think that's what it really comes down to. It doesn't come down to actually wanting someone. You know what I mean?
My soulmate's on here and over here like, okay, let me relax, okay? Let me tell y'all my real feelings, okay? All right, bitch, I'm back. I got kind of like spooked out a little bit. I got a little nervous because I was like, maybe my future husband's on here. But let me.
The thing is, she's talking about future husband. She doesn't even know how to be a wife. And another thing is, she doesn't even know how to be a girlfriend. The thing is that with these women, you got to make sure that there is no like emotional damage. And this woman right here, there is some kind of emotional damage. So if you deal with her, like you're gonna be in for it. So the best thing to do is not deal with her at all, because you can tell like just by her, like her ways, her actions, and stuff like that. That this is an emotionally damaged woman. You can tell. What I notice, when women are married and women are content and stuff like that, they're usually like calm, relaxed, peaceful, chill. You know what I mean? They are like a little bit more even like they're a little bit more emotionally even if they have like a good solid husband. You know what I mean? And that goes with any like across the cultural boards, across the religious boards, across all of those boards. And that's one thing I noticed. But when a woman is not married and she's been ran through and she's done things that she's regretted, but she still did them over and over again, those are some damaged women, man. For real, no mix.
Yeah, like guys, I'm not trying to date just anyone. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to go like be boyfriend and girlfriend just with anybody. I feel like I don't know. I'm just grown. Like I'm grown. Like and maybe I'm just stressed. And there's huge.
So, in essence, like what she wants. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but what she wants is, unfortunately, what probably happened with her is that a simp gassed her up, right? A simp gassed her up, said she was so beautiful, said she was so that and this, and she believes that she's entitled to like maybe a ball player maybe, or maybe even like a entertainer or something like that. I think that's what she's looking for, just based on how she's acting and stuff like that. I just really think that like that's what she's trying to like fish, and catch. But I don't think that they're gonna really check for her, because you have to understand something. Those guys have the creme de la creme. You know, they they're not gonna really want to like entertain her. You know what I mean? When they have so many other options.
too impatient. I just want someone that is for me, like is genuinely for me. And I do believe that I will get that person if I continue to have this mindset. Like I really do. I really believe so. Because I'm not settling for less. I'm not settling for just
So in essence, she's not settling for anybody who's in her tax bracket. She's not settling for anybody who's like uh who's maybe from a similar social social status as her. She's trying to hit the jackpot, right? She wants Mr. Big Time. But the thing is about Mr. Big Time is Mr. Big Time is not going to really entertain her, due to the simple fact that Mr. Big Time is looking to build a family and looking to, have a cooperative woman. And you can tell with her personality,
anyone.
What else is
she wouldn't be cooperative. You can tell with her damn personality, she would not be cooperative at all. You can tell. You can tell. But let's go.
new, guys? That's the top 5 to 10.
I know the valuable person that I know who I am. I know the valuable person that I am. I know that I worked on myself for so long, and I feel like I would be a good ass.
Okay, well, there's actually, one of my teachers told me something, and it hit me hard. He said, you can measure the amount of conceit that a person has by them using the words, how many times they use the words I and me. She probably used that word I within that last segment. She probably used that word I at least 20 times. So that just goes to show she's self-absorbed. You'll probably have to bend over backwards to maybe even get a peck on the cheek. And it's just crazy, bro, at this point, that she's being told this too. She's being told by women who want to keep her single, and she's being told by these weak beta males who want to become her biggest fan.
Bro, I feel like I would be a good ass person. You know what I mean? Like to be with.
Then
She didn't say good wife. She said good person to be with. Listen to the words that she uses. Which means she doesn't know how to be a wife. So just move on. Don't bother with her. Don't even pay her no mind. For real. Don't pay her no mind. Don't give her a dime. That's what I say.
why are you still on the market? Why are those guys
It's meant for me, you know? And it's meant for me, you know? And
blowing your back out without a commitment?
I just know that I'm very valuable. That's just how it is. And
So, anytime a person does this and says these things, just understand that just look the other way. Don't bother. Thing is that, it's okay to be confident. It's okay to have those things, but usually if you have them, you don't have to say them out loud. Or if you do say them out loud, you're usually just saying them to yourself. You're not like saying them to other people, or you're usually just confirming them internally. So with her, just look the other way, and for all you beta male simps out there, stop validating this woman, man. You guys are tripping for real. As I said, don't give her none of your time. Don't give her any of your dimes either. Chill the hell out. There was something else I wanted to kind of look at, and you saw how savage Kevin Samuels got. This dude got savage, and I have to agree with him. I have to 110% agree with what he said. But let's go. Let me go to the video. Let me see the video. Let me see if I can find it. But I do agree with some of the points he said. I definitely agree with some of the things he was saying. Let me see if I can find the video. Let me see. Okay. History. Let's see. Hold on just a minute. I'm trying to find it. Okay, let me see. Okay, right here. He went on. He went in.
Welcome back, everyone. It's your Shrubo Zaman. I hope all of you are well. So,
Conditional femininity.
Here, let me see.
We're involved with. You can't expect us to be wifey material for someone that doesn't deserve it.
Automatically wrong.
Okay.
It's conditional femininity.
I don't think so.
Oh, no. Conditional. See, a woman who's feminine is feminine regardless if the man around her is trying to marry her or he's just the guy who's delivering her groceries.
Yeah, it's true. A woman's going to always be a woman who wants to be a woman. That's just the bottom line. Like, woman is not going to need to change up for a guy if she was already like that to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, sorry to say, it'll be a cold day in hell before I change up for any woman. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. It's just not going down like that, But yeah, he has a point there. But let's continue on.
I don't know where you ladies get off talking about, well, I can act right for the right man. You need to act right for the men who built the world that you live in. Because we're all the right men.
Does have a point. Like, just gonna be real. Like, when you look at like how things are ran and stuff like that, pretty much like it does come down to dudes like doing it. It does come down to dudes like putting their heads together and making solutions and stuff like that, and making plans to build something. Like, that's just really what it comes down to. Whereas the opposite comes from, most of the time, the opposite comes from women, when women get together, like for the most part, not all the time, but for the most part, mischief is caused, really, when women get together. I mean, you see it in those daytime talk shows. What are they doing? They're gossiping. They're gossiping and they're backbiting in those daytime talk shows. And again, it's a group of women sitting around the table doing that, just popping off at the lip. You know what I mean?
You
Well,
just need to act better for the one that's taking care of you.
or just not act for them at all.
So
Hold on, let me see.
it's the whole problem with
Let me see.
Is that, you can't give your
See.
admitting that.
women
Look, I'm trying to help you. I expect you to appreciate the men that built the world around you, that allow you to be able to live in a first world country. The entitlement you got.
is that, you can't give your best to someone that doesn't deserve it.
Oh, shit.
With the same exact thing that he needs to be worthy for me to submit in that. To your grandma, real talk. You need to go chat to your grandma, real talk.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
So, I think what I'm trying to say is that, you can't give your best to someone that doesn't deserve it. So you expect me to give my all and give my best to
I
someone?
expect you to appreciate the men that built the world around you, that allow you to be able to live in a first world country. The entitlement you guys have.
Well, what about the women? What about
Yeah, that's true. Like, the entitlement that the Western woman has is unbelievable. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, to be honest, like, I've really come like to the conclusion that like Western women are just not friendly. Like, they're not just like friendly people. Like, they're basically like, I don't know, bro. Now, granted, I wouldn't approach them, but they're almost like unapproachable now, especially when they have like these kind of mentalities like this woman has. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, man, there's really no point at the end of the day, truthfully speaking.
the women that built that, though? You know what I'm saying? Like the women.
Look, I'm trying to help you.
I know.
The women haven't built shit. Name me 5 great female inventors. I'll give you one.
Okay.
Madame Curie.
You know what? Sometimes I like when he gets savage like this, I like when he gets savage. Like, the thing is like, I don't know how to say it, but, because we don't approach women, like, for the most part, because we don't approach women, like the Western woman, we don't really have opportunities like this to get savage unless the Western woman does something, she steps out of line, and then you get to call her out her name and stuff like that and tell her like, yo, I'm not effing around. Like, I'm not like one of these other niggas that you've like encountered. Then you have a chance to get savage. But for the most part, like that rarely comes because you're usually to yourself and you're minding your own business. I can only speak from my perspective, but since he has a large platform, like a million plus people on this platform, then, of course he's able to do what he does, and get savage. But let's continue on.
Go.
What I'm trying to say
Women
is
don't
that
build nothing.
women they delivered us. They built life. What
A
about
dog can shit out mutts. Giving birth does not make
a
you special.
female dog, though?
It doesn't
A
make you
female
special.
dog.
A bitch.
I love this. I love this, bro. I love this because it's true. Like, and that's the thing what these Hotep niggas use a lot, you know. What these Hotep niggas use a lot is they say, oh, you know what? The black woman gave birth to the universe. The black woman gave birth to life, and the black woman did this, that, and the other. They try to use these talking points, and it's like, yo, even in this goes to these these Hotep niggas who claim that they're in touch with African spirituality and all this other stuff, and really they're not in touch with that. You know, I don't even practice. Well, I guess I practice organized African spirituality in the form of Islam. You know, let's just say it like that. Let's say it for what it is. But even in unorganized African spirituality, there's usually a non-female origin for the first being who came into the earth. According to my tribe's pre-religious, pre-Islamic beliefs, Geno, which is what we call God, Geno, he created man, he created woman, and then he created the cow. So when they try to use these dumb talking points, and when women try to use these dumb talking points, saying like if it wasn't for men, if it wasn't for women, you guys wouldn't even be here. Okay, well, at the end of the day, don't you understand that a supreme deity would have put us here anyway if he's so pleased for us to just be here? Like, don't they understand that? Which they probably don't. But at the end of the day, Kevin Samuels is completely right about this. And unfortunately, because God did give them the gift to reproduce, they use it and they abuse it. What do they use it for? Not to build families, but to collect child support checks, to torment the fathers of these kids, and to use the kids as collateral.
I just got my cashback match. Is this for real? Yeah. We match all the cashback new card members earn at the end of their first year automatically.
No, I
It
just
doesn't make. See, that's the thing. The ability to give birth doesn't make you special. It just means your womb works.
yeah, but I mean it's not easy. I don't even think I can.
Why the fuck do y'all? Why do women often talk about it's not easy?
That's the thing.
This is the whole thing. This is this modern feminist bullshit. Y'all expect men to go out and conquer the world, and then you want to, well, I'll decide to be nice to this man. I'll decide.
No, I
to
never said be nice or not.
Look,
I mean, obviously you should be nice to all.
No.
Yeah, you know, she just needs to shut up at this point. You know, she's just digging herself a bigger hole. I think the only reason why she's up there is for clout and for attention anyway. You know what I mean? I think that's the only reason.
You did say modernized women specifically.
See?
Can be cordial,
No.
say hello, and
No,
treat people like human
I-
beings.
But treating people like human beings. Do you say that most women today treat men with respect, like human beings?
That is a no. You know, most women don't treat men with respect. So that's just the bottom line, you know. Even men who don't do anything, even men who mind their own business, they don't get treated with respect, you know. I've witnessed it and I've experienced it before, you know, so I know for a fact, like, that's how it just goes here, you know, unfortunately. That's just how it is, you know. And they don't even see the faults in their ways. That's the sad thing about it, you know.
I would say so. Yeah, I think actually it's the opposite. To me, it seems
How long
like
have you been watching my program?
like today, tonight.
Period. How long have you watched my platform?
Not very much. I don't go on social media like that.
Well, then I'm gonna tell you right now, you can't be more wrong. I got an entire show of women. Go back and watch a broadcast about women complaining about even just smiling at men.
Okay, well, I can't speak on behalf of those people.
Well, that's the world.
Yeah. Well, what I'm trying to say is that in our current time, I think men are more of the problem.
Of course, most
women do think we're the core of the problem, but you know, at the end of the day, if we were the core of the problem and we just decided to fuss about the way women are and, you know, just decided to throw our hands up and just stop doing anything and just boycott like the daily operations of this world, you know, what will women do for the core of the problem? You know, what would they do? That's what I want to know, really, you know. But that's usually most Western women. Most Western women think we're the problem. You know what I mean? Just for keeping it real. We're looked at as the problem most of the time. You know, it's understandable, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, you ever look in the mirror? You know what I mean? You ever see like something maybe that you could fix? You know? And I think the answer to that is no, you know? And you can tell that with this woman, she probably, you know, she probably couldn't have her way with certain guys, and so that's why she feels that like guys are the problem. It's because she, like, let's just say she has a cute face and stuff like that she couldn't get over on guys, and so that's why she feels the way she feels, you know. But typical Western woman.
Most feminists do. What's the problem with men?
In our modern society?
You mean the world? Yeah. What else world are you going to
I think that they personally lack respect for women.
In order to get respect, you have to give respect. That's the bottom line. And I'm not gonna lie to you. If you don't respect me, I'm gonna like either A, ignore you, or B, I'm gonna give you the energy you give back to me. Like, if the energy you give to me, I'm gonna give back to you. That's just the bottom line. Like, I don't care if you're a woman or not. You know, like, the bottom line is like, what the hell do I look like if I let you decide to like walk over me and like talk to me any old kind of way and stuff like that? Like, I'm not gonna let that slide, you know. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I hate women or this, that, and the other. It just means that I have dignity for myself. It means that I like value my, like, I'm not going to become emasculated. I'm not going to be like, I'm sorry, ma'am, or anything like that. Like, especially if I know I'm not in the wrong for anything. So in order to get respect, you have to give it. And at the end of the day, like, a lot of these modern women don't give respect, period.
And why should you be respected?
Why we should be respected? I think that we put up with more than we should.
No. Why should women?
And we should be
Hold on.
We're not as valued.
If you want respect from men, stop dressing inappropriate. All of this, like, massive difference in
world and get out of your bubble. Because like it or not, you don't invite people to my.
Every woman on.
Well, but then you talk. No, you don't. You don't invite people. Yeah, you are, because I guarantee you going to.
You look at the dating culture. First of all, the way that the dating culture is. You look at the dating.
These people you're talking to me. Why should you be respected and why should you be valued?
Me personally, or are you asking me to speak on behalf of women?
Well, you said you don't think men respect women and women should be respected and valued.
Because I mean, if you look at the dating culture, first of all, the way that the dating culture is.
This is too easy.
Men are less likely to commit to a woman. They believe.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that? Why?
Well, the reason why they're less likely to commit to a woman is because they know that woman has already, like, basically done her. She's put her miles in already. So, like, it's like, okay, well, why would they want to commit to that? You know, I'm going to tell you one thing, and this is going to be an unpopular truth. I would say about 97% of Western women have baggage and have skeletons in their closet and have a track record. You know what I mean? And have high body counts. I'm just going to put that out there. The other 3% are probably somewhere like they're married, they're quiet, they're hardly on social media. You know what I mean? They're not really entertaining like these kind of platforms. You know what I mean? So, you know, with the other 97% who complain about commitment, you didn't have a problem not committing when you were having your fun. You know what I mean?
You think that is?
Maybe social media plays a factor in, people having.
Chivalry's dead because women killed it. Like it or not, here's the thing. You need to actually tune into the world and get out of your bubble. Because like it or not, yeah, you are, because I guarantee you, go into the comment section, you'll even have the women telling you what the hell you're talking about.
I mean, if they want to.
So women are actually saying this woman is delusional. So if women are saying this woman is delusional, then hey, you know that there's something here.
If they want to come up here and speak.
No, you don't invite people to my platform.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
You may be cute to other people.
I'm not trying to.
He said this. This is how we have to look at it. I don't know if you caught this. I do not know if you caught this, but this is the mentality you have to have. Okay? You have to have this mentality. You have to have this, what he just said.
Chivalry's dead because women killed it. Like it or not, here's the thing. You need to actually tune into the world and get out of your bubble. Because like it or not, yeah, you are, because I guarantee you, go into the comment section, you'll even have the women telling you what the hell you're talking about.
I mean, if they want to come up here and speak.
No, you don't invite people to my platform.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
You may be cute to other people.
I'm not trying to represent.
He said you may be cute to other people, but you're just another female to me. That's how you have to look at all of these women. You have to do that. You have to have that mentality. It's the only way. Okay? Don't be the simp. Don't be the person who puts her on a pedestal and becomes her biggest fan. That's why, a little bit off topic, that's why a lot of people are on my head from the carbonation sector. Because all those females over there are just like females to me. They're not even cute to me. Like what the hell? Like I don't see anything appealing to it. There's nothing appealing about them. You know? I don't look at them as anything more than just like some ragtag carousel ridden females. And that's how you have to look at these women. Just what he said. He said keywords. He said You may be cute to other people, but you're just another female to me. You have to have that trump card.
Every woman on
Well, but the thing is,
earth.
you're talking about women should get respect. No, if you're going to say women should get respect, then you should submit to all men.
Hi, CEO of Hot Girl Enterprise, Megan Thee Stallion here. And
I don't think I should submit to all men.
Well, and then a woman should not get respect and value. You're just another person. You earn.
First of all, I think all
You
humans
earn.
should be.
Well,
valued and respected.
that's a nice utopian concept.
Okay.
But the bottom line today, the reason the dating market is the way it is today, is because women have abused the free market system. You don't see your grandmother, your great grandmother's generation didn't have the problems modern women had.
Yeah, shit. Not even my mom had the problem that modern women have. Like, my mom got married to my dad. It's crazy how they met. Like, my dad was front line fighting the Portuguese. My mom was in the village. And then, like, the skirmish got to the village. And then, my mom was compelled to, like, bring, like, soldiers food and stuff like that. Food and things like that. Materials and stuff like that. And, yeah, she met my dad. And so it was just a natural connection. And she was, like, young at the time. She was in her 20s. And, yeah, she got married. They got married. They stayed married. That's how it works. So she never had those problems, and neither did my grandma. My grandma never had these problems either. That the modern women have, and I told like my mom and my grandma that I don't intend to bring the problems that you see over here into the family. So that's why I told him, like, yeah, I know you want me to get married and stuff like that, but, just can't be done over here, more or less so.
Was educated, the freest, the most liberated group of women that ever lived, and you're the most unhappy at all. Why? Because one, women have abused the free market system. You don't see your grandmother, your great grandmother's generation didn't have the problems modern women had. You're the most educated, the freest, the most liberated group of women that ever lived, and you're the most unhappy at all. Why?
I do notice that too. A lot of like modern women are unhappy. Like, for example, like you be seeing them drive like luxury cars, like Benzes and stuff like that, and they just have a face. They just have a face of disgust. Like, they just look unhappy driving that car. It's like, yo, like, why are you looking unhappy? You're driving a nice ass car. You're driving something nice. You're driving something fresh. You look at like these modern women, like walking their dogs and stuff like that in these nice neighborhoods, and they look unhappy. Their faces look balled up and stuff like that. And I'm just wondering, like, yo, what's the problem? Like, why are you unhappy? Like, what's the deal? Like, what's happening? Like, you're in a nice neighborhood. Like, why are you looking so upset?
Because one, nuclear rejections, so entitled. In college today, the average man sitting in college with a woman knows that woman wants a man making six figures.
Yeah, pretty much. That's just how it goes. That's just the new rules. Whereas a traditional woman, in my grandfather, Rahmatullah alayhi, he conveyed this to me. He said, and I agree. He said, never let your woman know how much you make. He said the reason why is that if she knows that you make too much money, she'll take advantage of you and she'll feel entitled to getting everything. And if she knows you make too little money, she'll disrespect you. She'll, ridicule you. She'll embarrass you and things like that. And even probably turn the kids against you too, So that lesson I took heed to.
Facts. Everything Kevin Samuel said right. Again, you might be looking at your grandma.
Yeah, but that's about it. The things that I really want you guys to get from this whole thing is you have to look at these women, no matter how pretty they are, no matter how pretty the Western woman is, you got to look at them as just normal women. Just understand that if it wasn't for the makeup that they wear, God knows what they would look like without it. Us as men, we don't have the luxury of makeup. You know what I mean? So what I want to get at is just like you just gotta like not put them on a pedestal. And it's important that you have to start them with attention and validation, But anyhow, foolish signing out. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments. John.